Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to talk about something huge. The idea that the secret to an incredible, lasting relationship, well, it doesn't start with your partner. It actually starts with you. We're going to build a blueprint for connection, literally from the inside out. You know that feeling, right? We've all been there. You're trying so hard to connect, but it just feels like you're on two totally different planets. It's got to be one of the most frustrating things in a relationship. But what if the fix isn't about learning a new language, but just gaining a whole new perspective? And that's really the heart of what we're exploring today. The strength of your relationship is almost always a direct mirror of the relationship you have with yourself. It's not about learning tricks or following some complicated script. It's about building a solid, unshakable foundation inside. This quote brings up such a cool Farsi term, kimia. It basically means something incredibly rare and valuable, like a hidden treasure. The sources we looked at really highlight this idea that a woman with genuine self-assurance is seen this way, not arrogant, but as this powerful, stabilizing, and deeply attractive force. So, let's kick things off with confidence, because really, this is the master key. It's the one quality that unlocks pretty much everything else we're going to talk about. Okay, first things first, we have to make this distinction crystal clear. Confidence is not arrogance. Confidence is that quiet self-assurance that comes from knowing your own worth. It doesn't need to shout, it just is. Arrogance, on the other hand, is all about being loud. It's a performance, and it's rooted in insecurity and this constant need to be right, which, let's be honest, just pushes people away. And this true confidence, it often shows up as charisma. And charisma isn't about being the life of the party. It's that magnetic pull that just draws people to you. It's the natural side effect of being secure in exactly who you are. So why is this so incredibly attractive? Well, because the world can be a chaotic and uncertain place. A partner who is secure in themselves, they become an anchor. They feel like a safe harbor, someone who isn't going to be rattled by every little storm. And that feeling of safety, that is one of the most compelling things you can ever bring to a partnership. So, if confidence is the destination, how do we get there? Well, it all starts with building your inner foundation. This is where we learn the big lesson. The way you treat yourself is basically a set of instructions for how everyone else should treat you. We can actually break this down into 3 simple, actionable pillars of self-worth. Let's dig into each one. First up, know your value. This means you stop looking for outside approval. You just understand deep down that you are inherently worthy of love and respect. You don't need anyone else to validate you, and you absolutely never, ever beg for someone's time or affection. Second, you have to set healthy boundaries. This is how your self-worth becomes visible to the outside world. Boundaries are just the lines you draw that tell people what you will and will not accept. And saying no to something that drains you, that isn't selfish. It's a powerful act of self-respect that sends a clear signal about your value. And pillar number 3 is maintaining your own identity. Look, an unshakable bond is built between 2 complete individuals, not 2 people trying to become one. Having your own friends, your own passions, your own goals, that doesn't take away from the relationship. It actually adds to it. It means you're a vibrant, interesting person who is choosing to be there, not someone who needs to be there to feel whole. Okay, so you've put in the inner work. Fantastic. Now, how does that deep down confidence translate into how you actually communicate? Because believe me, how you show up and interact is every bit as important. Always remember this. Long before you say a single word, your body has already communicated volumes. Your posture, the way you hold your head, your eye contact, all of it sends a powerful message about how you truly feel about yourself. So let's get practical. Here are 3 simple power moves you can try. First, the delayed smile. Instead of a quick, automatic smile, just look, pause for a second, and then let a big, genuine smile spread across your face. It feels so much more sincere. Second, sticky eyes. Hold eye contact just a moment longer than you normally would. It shows deep interest. And third, powerful posture. Stand tall, shoulders back, head up. It instantly projects confidence. But charismatic communication isn't just about projecting your own power. It's about creating connection. Confident people don't just talk. They really, truly listen. They create this safe space where their partner feels completely heard. And notice that tip about avoiding the word why? It can sound kind of accusatory, right? Swapping it for something like, tell me more about that, totally opens up the conversation instead of shutting it down. Now that we've got the foundations of confidence and communication down, let's apply them to the beautiful and, yeah, sometimes complicated, dance of a real partnership. This table breaks down some common tendencies our sources pointed out, and I mean tendencies, not stereotypes. For example, men might be more goal-oriented, while women are more relationship-oriented. Or one person might focus on the big picture, while the other is all about the details. Neither one is better. They're actually complementary. Just understanding that your partner might be trying to solve a problem while you just need to feel heard about it, that can literally change everything. And here's the bottom line. A confident person doesn't need their partner to be just like them. They appreciate the differences. The goal isn't to win the argument. It's to build a bridge of understanding between your two totally unique points of view. This all leads to a really crucial distinction, the difference between real love and just attachment. See, love is selfless. It wants the other person to grow and thrive. Attachment is selfish. It comes from a place of insecurity, and it needs the other person to fill a void, which means it's terrified of any kind of change. So let's put it all together. Our final section is all about the day-to-day architecture, the actual blueprint for building a bond that doesn't just survive, but one that really, truly thrives. Here are the positive habits that strengthen that connection every single day. Think about it. A confident person isn't afraid to apologize or to forgive because their self-worth isn't hanging in the balance. They can listen with empathy and freely appreciate their partner. It's all about those small, consistent acts of partnership. And of course, just as important are the things to avoid, all of which really stem from insecurity, trying to control your partner, playing mind games, but pay close attention to that last one. A truly confident person has the strength to walk away from a relationship that isn't honoring their worth. And that is the ultimate act of self-respect. So, we'll end with this question for you to take with you, because it all starts with you. What is one small step? Maybe it's saying no to something, taking 10 minutes for yourself, or even just standing a little taller. What's one thing you can do today? Because that single, confident act is the very first step in building that unshakable bond we're all looking for.